It was definitely coming into the diner set, which was a real diner at the time, I guess. And I saw Lauren and Alexis from behind the cameras. I walked in, and I was up next to do the opening scene with Lauren when she comes up for the coffee. And I just knew right away that it was going to work. I just felt this chemistry between those two. I felt this vibe toward her. I'd met her already. I flew in on a Friday night. I was a guest star on the pilot. I was not a series regular. The airlines had lost my luggage. I was in a tracksuit. Yes, I was the ugly American flying in a tracksuit. And at the hotel they said, well, we'll wait for your luggage, but they're waiting for you across the street at a 5-star French bistro.
Wow.
They said, I'm in a tracksuit. They said, just go. So I got the sneer when I walked in, but when I said, I'm with this Gilmore party, they went, oh, right this way. And I sat down and met Lauren, and it was instantaneous chemistry, and we were talking back and forth right away. So I knew it had a chance. And I knew maybe I had a chance to be a series regular because I knew that the pilot was just sort of a chemistry check.
Yeah.
They do that, those conniving minds in Hollywood. And I guess I passed the test.
So
We
then,
just had a lot of fun together. We really connected as people and as actors. I tend to be a little intense on set because I want to get it perfect. I want to get it right. So our private rehearsals are really all just kind of about blocking and how, and it has to all be organic. And he's like that too. But he was a little. He didn't say much when I was blocking scenes, but he's got really good instincts as an actor. Very, very good instincts, and that's what I noticed initially about him, is his instincts were just right on, and he followed them, and that's rare. He didn't let anybody sway him, and he was very good-natured about taking direction, whereas other people, sometimes, like including me, I'm not so good-natured about it. When I make a choice, it's for a reason, and I kind of stick to it. I fight for it, and you kind of have to. In the madcap, fast-paced world of series television, because choices have to be made very quickly, and sometimes they don't get it right.
Yeah.
And and every day, every year on my birthday, 9/11, yay for me. She would pick me up, and she would throw me over her shoulder, and she would walk me around the entire set and say to the cast and the crew, "It's Scott Patterson's birthday, everybody, smack him on the butt." And for 10, 15 solid minutes, she would carry me around and happy birthday, Scott. I felt like I was I like, getting initiated into Yale or Harvard? What's going on here? But she is a person who is so full of life and humor and love and dynamism that it's hard not to fall in love with her instantly. Yeah. And my ass still hurts, so it's still sore.
you have permanent markings to show.
Netflix was involved now, so there was more of this. Okay, all the way around. So the trailers were really nice. They were like movie star trailers. There's TV actor trailers, and then there's like, oh, that's Brad Pitt's trailer doing Ocean 11. That doesn't look like mine. That looks like an alien ship. It's beautiful and it's huge. Like, what's going on in there? But our trailers were kind of Brad Pittish. I gotta tell you, they were like these pop-out trailers with beds in them, and kitchens, and it was just incredible. So that kind of made you feel a little bit like a rock star. And then when I went to look at the town, they rebuilt the town. They rebuilt Unionville in the back lot of Warner Brothers to make it look like Stars Hollow, and it was better. It was bigger. It was more colorful. It was better designed. It was unbelievable. And when I walked into Luke's diner, one of the issues we had in the diner was the squeaky floor. So we'd have to do a lot of looping after the fact, and a week later go in and redo the lines on a soundstage, which is an art unto itself. You can improve a performance that way, but you really don't want to do that. But it was like this much foam. It was like walking on a cloud. And I think that's the reason I didn't feel like Luke anymore when I walked into the diner, because it was like, oh, this is so nice.
You were too happy.
Oh, it was fantastic, you know. But yeah, no, it was state-of-the-art equipment. I mean, it was really like making a movie. It was like making 4 movies in 3.5 months. We were block shooting, so we were shooting winter, fall, summer, and spring all in one day. So kudos to the wardrobe department, and hello, what a nightmare that was for them to figure out Carla McCluskey, who you'll see. She had to wrangle all that stuff. Oof. You know, sometimes we show up, you know, half the cast would show up in bathing suits and the other half would have winter coats. It's like, what the hell's going on here? But it was a much more elevated experience. It was, I mean, even down to the food they were serving, the caterer, it was amazing. I really hope they do it again, because I ate so well. I mean, I liked a lot about it, but here's the thing. You get TV writers who are used to writing 40 minutes, okay? Because you got 20 minutes for commercials, so they're not writing an hour. The structure's different. You write a film, you need it 90 minutes? That's hard. You want to write through a second act? That's hard. That's 60 pages you got to write and not bore the audience. Really hard thing to do, okay? They had to do 4 of those movies. They had to write 4 of those things. Not 4 episodes, but 4 films. And I thought they did a pretty damn good job. But, having said that, I didn't like the worry stuff, and I didn't like the wedding. I agree with you, okay? Huh? Yeah, so I thought this is what I thought the fans deserved, who had waited 16 years, and what they should have gotten was a big, fat wedding.
Yes.
No little thing at the gazebo, not a surprise, no, thank you, not cutting it.
No.
And the beauty of the writing for all those years was the big things were made small to make them more impactful, and the small things were made big to make them more detailed, right? That's genius writing, that's great writing. Not in that case. So, I think we should all, after this panel, join hands, march to Warner Brothers, and 4 episodes, 360 minutes of a big fat wedding.
Agree.
What's that?
Wait, are you a fan of Rory and Logan or no?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Jess. You're saying Jess.
Yes.
You know who I'm fighting for? I'm fighting for Rory and Mike Tyson.
Thinking of the story continuing, like, did you feel like it was done? It should have stayed done, or were you really happy that you went back and did the revival?
No, I didn't. I thought it was over.
Yeah.
You know, listen, certain cast members were creatively bankrupt. They wanted to move on. They didn't want to do the show anymore. That show could have still been on the air. But for all intents and purposes, it could have run 15. He would come into my trailer every morning, because the first thing I do when the PA came to my door, knocked on my door and said, "Can I get you anything?" I said, "Yeah, I'd like 1 George Bell, please." And he would come and we would run lines till I couldn't get it wrong. I mean, and he'd go, "Scott, I think you've got it." I said, "George, we need to do it again." Tell him what that was like working with me.
Oh, okay. Where did you sit? Want me to sit here? Times.
I did what?
What was one of the? I ate more sushi with this guy.
Sushi.
All the time, he would say, "Well, come up to the trailer, hang out, I have sushi." And I go, okay. But no, usually my day started when I got there, the ADs would say, "Scott needs you in the trailer." And so I said, "Oh, okay. So then I go to the trailer, and then we'd run the lines over and over and over again. And then we just sit and just chill, until I had to leave and go and work with somebody else. But Yeah.
George wasn't just a dialogue coach, he was a good friend, and he still is. And he got me through a lot of tough times, you know. He's a good older brother. Or probably the same age, right?
Did you say older?
I checked myself. He has a younger brother, he's amazing. Very strong, physically strong. But we'd have a lot of laughs, George and I, and they were gonna let him go. They were gonna let you go season 4 or something, right?
Something like that. I quit so many times, I forget.
You know, they weren't paying him anything, and he was pretty much the glue of the show. He was saving that production so much money you have no idea, because people knew their lines, and that's so important, you know, because people come on that set, they didn't know their lines. Time is money, and you're there an extra 2 hours. And you know, multiply that by 7, and then multiply that by 9 months, and you know, you've got real money and real exhausted.
So Scott was my advocate because one of the times I quit, I remember him telling the producer, "You're gonna let this happen? You're gonna let this happen? You're gonna let this guy go? No, this cannot happen. This cannot happen." And so it didn't happen.
Every other character was kind of sweet and fluffy and weird and you know, that kind of thing, right? That show did not have a rock. Didn't have it. It had an Emily who's a rock. It had a Richard who's a rock. But they were not beloved, right? They were loved, but I mean, you can debate whether or not you love them all the time and they were the comfort. I thought, okay, this show needs a solid person. And it was an opportunity to play a character, and you don't see this on television ever. Television is about men who are, for lack of a better word, castrated. And I mean, look at all the sitcoms. It's like the dumb husband. It's like, you idiot. Okay, well, I love you anyway, you know, that kind of a thing. And Luke, it was the first time in a long time that a character had come along who was like a guy. He was a man. And he stood his ground. And he didn't take any crap. So I wanted to lean on that a little harder than I think I normally would have, but the show was begging for it on balance. The dynamic was kind of calling for it. So I took a chance, and Amy was like, you know what, kid, not bad, keep going. Yeah, I mean, you try it. And if they don't like it, they're gonna they'll say, look, soften it up. You know, smile a little more. Don't be so, you know, that kind of thing. But it kind of fit in, so.
Why couldn't you be here?
I got one question.
What's that?
How can a stupid donut be happy?
How could a stupid donut be happy?
Are you drinking, Rose?
We miss you.
Hi, everybody.
We miss you, Rose.
Oh, you guys, I miss you too. And Gypsy Castillo. And hola, hello. Hola, hello. And Berta misses you too.
Do you have any
I
dirt
hope
on
to meet
Stan?
you all one day.
Do you have any dirt on Stan Zimmerman that you can share with us?
Say that again?
Do you have any dirt on Stan Zimmerman that you can share with us?
Dan Zimmerman and I have known each other since we were sororities when the series started.
No years, no numbers.
You know, Rose has
Well, I
another.
love all of you.
We love you too.
Love
We
you
miss
too.
you.
We love you.
Have a wonderful night.
Miss you, Rose.
Can we give her a big loud cheer wishing she was...